but I'm very excited to see it. Okay, so we have the players shuffling up here. We have Heavy Leomon on the right and Gabumon Bond of Friendship on the left. So we do have Michael back, and we have Kelvin Tran. Looks like the timer
It's
has
not
started.
about him. All right, Wyatt?
Right.
It's about Leomon this round.
Right.
For the first few rounds, we're going off decks. Round 1, we're like, let's get Bond of Friendship. Round 2, let's get Heavy Leomon. It just happens that they're playing each other.
Right, exactly. Because I can't imagine. Okay, so we get a green Mem Boost off the top. He checks the what is that card? Leomon? Leomon? No.
Liomon. It's Leomon, but spelled with an I.
Okay. I was like, it's baby Leomon. So we get the Ukomon from Michael. Michael is at 3 memory. Dropping the Louis, bringing out that Ukomon, allowing him to extend into some crazy plays here. He's going to get the memory, get 2 memory. All that for 1 memory. Very, very good. Going into the Gabumon, setting up for the next turn. Swinging in with the Ukomon. I do believe it has jamming. Yep. Going for Matt, passing opponent to 1.
Very strong opening from Michael. That is probably as close to perfect as it gets.
So Kelvin's going to open up the Elecmon, popping the boost, going to 3. He did bring the Elecmon out of raising, evoing for 2, going to 1.
Yep. Into the Limon. They're all called Leomon in a different way.
Okay.
And into the level 5. So all of these have Fortitude and a different various effect. Like that one deletes low cost or bounces. Did it bounce the bottom deck?
Yeah. Okay. I believe it does, right? Or is it delete?
Let me pull up Digimon.dev because I'm going to get all of these lines
Leomon?
confused.
When attacking, you may Digivolve into a Digimon with Leomon's name. What bounced then? Oh, and minus is DP, the inheritable of the Leomon.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. He goes into the Loader Leomon, into the Hybrid off of the Gabumon, evoing for 2, allowing him to draw a card. He can tuck something and gain jamming here. It looks like he will. This is the EX1 Gabumon, allowing him to search for a Garurumon and a Tamer off the top. A Gabumon and a Tamer off the top. He's drawing 1. He'll drawing 2, proc the effect.
So much draw power.
So let's see. It's a Gabumon, a Sora Joe, and I can't tell what the far left card was. But it was a Gabumon and a Sora and Joe. So we'll take the Gabumon, the top side of draw, strip 2 sources. This is going to be crucial in this matchup. Hitting that Sora Joe in security is very tough for Kelvin because having Fortitude into as many bosses as he can is what's really good. He's going to blast Evo into the Mega Gargo. There we go. Very good card. We were just talking about this card like a little bit ago, and Mega Gargo is so good in any green and black deck. So they're talking about what he's going to tap down.
So something here to really keep in mind too is you get to suspend 2 Tamers in Digimon, and then you can choose 2 different Digimon to not be able to unsuspend or evolve. So I imagine here he chose both Tamers to not be able to evolve or unsuspend, so that he can't.
It stops them from evolving.
It does stop them from evolving. But the Zudomon Ace coming down, bouncing his ace, gaining the overflow, and then passing over with another mat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it does. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why Mega Gargomon's insane. It's like a control piece and a floodgate wrapped into one.
Right.
Man, that was a big back and forth for both players.
Yeah, that was really good.
Huge tempo shift, like just from that one turn.
Matchup. There's so much that's going to go on. It's going to be really insane. And it, like we just saw, Michael wasn't just out of the game at that point. He had that Zudomon, which allowed for a really good crackback onto that play. Looks like he's going to go into, I can't tell what card that is, in his raising.
It is going to go into the Grappleomon in the raising. It has Fortitude, and it's Digivolving, bounces cards to the bottom of deck, but he's just setting up the level 5 to get the Mega Gargo out on his following turn.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But it also, the inheritable on that is Piercing, as long as it's a Leomon.
As long as the card becomes as a Leomon?
Yeah, as long as it's Leomon in his name, it has Piercing.
Gotcha. So we'll get the double mat triggers.
Go ahead, double mat triggers, yep. Choosing not to go into Bond. Swinging.
Getting the draw off Wanyamon. Checks an Elecmon. It does die on security. And we'll go into the Metal Garurumon Secret Rare. This is a card we didn't see come up in the last matchup. But it offers some more variety to this Gabumon Bond of Friendship deck. He'll raise up the Grappleomon at 1 memory. Let's see what he does here. It does look like in hand he has quite a few good plays to make. Can't tell what card he's holding on to there in his hand. They're checking the inheritables. The Grappleomon does have Fortitude, right? Okay.
Yes.
So that matters. I believe he has the black-blue Leomon underneath, which D-Digivolves 1 on something. Or black-green. Sorry, not blue.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, on deletion will de-digivolve a card. So hoping to die in security there, really.
Yeah, I think.
Which is why Metal Garurumon did not block, even though he has blocker evade, I believe.
Right. Blocking in this matchup is somewhat detrimental, right? Because you're going to get so much value off of the Fortitude, as well as, Leomon just being known for having some really insane on-deletion skills. I just don't think there's going to be that much blocking unless it's like a game-winning sort of thing going on here.
We see Prim talk with that card we talked about last round, the Foxfire, where it will be able to trigger because he has a Garurumon out. But he is choosing instead to go very aggressive. He's going to gain so much memory. He's going to gain 2 just from the mat and the mats, and then 3 more from the Louis. He is going to go to Bond. Wow, this could be wild.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. So he does go into the Bond. He's down to 1. He'll bot deck. Not allowing that Fortitude or the on-deletions to trigger. Kelvin will check a security. I believe that was a Boncho Leomon. A green Mem Boost.
Oh, he needs a security check to save him here.
And no security bomb. We'll go into game 2. We did see a lot of back and forth of that game. I really think there was a lot of turns where anybody could have walked away with that. So we see the 1 Bukomon, the 3 Wanyamons
that he went 4 through. The Bukomon, his other one's just face down.
Oh yeah, right. The Bukomon being his first egg, I think also was kind of a pretty large momentum swing, right? Because it was just a free check with the Ukomon. I think both players had really strong turn 1s. I think Prim's was just like honestly the best turn 1 you could have in the deck. But Leomon getting the green Mem Boost, passing him to 3, as well as having the raising, I think is probably about as good as you can hope in Leomon, right? Because it's sort of the slower paced 1-stack deck that once things start to die will get that Fortitude procs. So they're shuffling up, getting ready to go to the second game. Players are drawing their cards. Hands are looking interesting. Decent cards from what we've seen. Looks like Kelvin will be keeping his, and Michael will be shuffling his back into the deck.
Yeah, so here, Michael just having all of those tamers to get him so much free memory return was really great.
The Sora and Joe check in security too is also, I believe it was the first security check, was very big because that allowed him just to remove those sources that could possibly be detrimental or check Fortitude. So we get the Leomon onto the Frymon, and we're going to get the black-green Leomon here. I believe that allows him to Digivolve into a Leomon for 1 less.
When he's attacking, he Digivolves to a Leomon.
Nice. Yeah. He plays the Gabumon, passing him to 1. This is the BT7 or BT6 Gabumon, sorry. We get a green Mem Boost. A little bit of a slow tempo going on here. Got some upside down cards. He takes the Grappleomon, I believe.
Yeah, which is what you want to go into from this stack. If he had it, he would have just swung and evolved into it. It would have answered the board, which would have been Pretty
What
powerful.
did Prim just evolve into? What is that level 4?
It's that squid from the BT, is it 14 set? The
Not
Digivolution.
too
It's
sure.
the sea animal support. I can't remember its name offhand. Uh,
Let's see. What does it offer? Let me see if I can find it really quick. I would like to know what it offers the
if you
deck.
just type in like the sea animal support,
I
it
did. It did
stops.
not show up.
It's a stun. It's a
I
stun
see.
card.
When attacking, trash any Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon with no sources to the hand. Yeah, that's
Yep.
good. That's really good. What?
It
Says
just
trash
replaces
any.
the Octomon in Bond. It's just a slightly
Yeah.
better champion to run.
Being able to trash any one source and then remove a body is really good. So he's swinging, going into that Grappleomon, probably a turn slightly slower than he would have ideally gone into. Let's see what he does here. So he's swinging into security, I believe.
Unable to
Michael is
bounce
holding
it
that
because
Blast
it's not.
Evo.
He will go into it.
He'll trash the On Deletion and the Leomon. So he loses that minus DP and the D Digivolve, and he checks a mat. So the Grapplio does live, which is fine because now it does lose the Fortitude. It doesn't have things to play off of it. He'll unsuspend,
That's
assuming he's going to go into Heavy Leo here. Yep, Heavy Leo. Giving him 3. And then I do believe Heavy Leo D Digivolves, which will then proc Overflow. Am I correct?
that is correct. Both when digivolving and on deletion, and it is not once per turn. De-digivolve
Wow.
1 and then return a 6K or less to the bottom of the deck. So it'll trigger overflow and remove the card, which is like insane
That's
value
very
for
good.
Kelvin.
So Kelvin should keep turn here, right? It's
Yep.
Overflow
And he's
3.
able
Yep.
to play the Floodgate Terrier and put him to 1,
Oh
which
my.
very big plays.
Yeah. So this is what the deck is supposed to do. It's really just supposed to place you.
this is Leomon.
Yeah, this is Leomon. Welcome to Leomon Gaming. So the win you mentioned the win digivolving and on deletion is not once per turn. Is there any way that could proc multiple times, or no?
I mean, just because like you could digivolve into it, and then if it dies the same turn.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very cool. So you can do it twice in a turn, technically. Then okay. And the end of attack, it blows something up that's 6K or less, and then unsuspends 4K. It
Uh,
bounces a
at the end
4K
of
or
the
less to
attack,
bottom.
it bounces a 4K less to bottom, and if you don't, you unsuspend him. So
Okay.
it's one of those effects that you never miss out on.
Final Zubagon punch coming down. Wait, this is going to swing for what? 16 2 checks twice? Okay, wait, what
Yep.
is this plugin? What is this plugin?
I believe it searches tamers from security, and from hand it gives jamming.
Yes.
But he will get to unsuspend, swing for
And
another
he'll
2
do that
checks,
again at 16. Checks a Gabumon and
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 then
then
the
Terriermon
Terriermon.
for a game. Okay.
So we're getting to game 3. This is
Yeah, we are
pretty
getting a
exciting.
really good game here.
Heavy
And
Leomon
this is why we
definitely.
wanted to. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, definitely utilizing the final Zubagon punch, which I did not want to talk about until we saw it in
Yeah.
stream, but I loved seeing it in the list.
I'm so glad that card is coming back. Not only is Heavy Leomon playing it to such success, but we'll see in the next format. I'm pretty sure most Magnamon decks are going to be playing that card as well.
I imagine so, because Magnamon X with that card becomes just
Is
an absolute
ridiculous.
monster.
Yeah. But this is why we wanted to showcase Heavy Leomon, because stuff like that is so cool, and it's really such a unique deck. It does a little bit of everything. It's sort of a master of all trades, jack of all trades, master of none scenario. The deck does so many different ways of controlling the board that it just can be very oppressive, and it's very cool. So it looks like Michael will be keeping his hand. Kelvin will be throwing his back.
Oh, I can see why Michael's keeping. He got double Gabumon, double Mat, and a Howling Memory Boost.
Ooh, that's
So
pretty
he's
good.
got
Which
a
Gabumon
little
is it? I did
engine
not
ready to
see.
go. I don't even think it matters. I know one of them looks like the BT6 Gabumon.
Okay. And then Kelvin's hand doesn't look like the greatest. I think his last draw there was a rookie, though, so maybe we can correct it. Yeah, his last draw was the
Interesting.
rookie. Oh, and
Prim's
he'll just
making him go
play.
first. So that'll let him look through his security to add a Leomon, and then if he takes a Leomon, he recovers 1.
Interesting. But he
Yep.
cannot add anything, right? Only Leomons?
Only the Leomons, yeah.
Okay.
So it can
Huh.
miss.
So that's probably why he's doing it then, because I think if I saw his hand correctly, he did miss a 4.
And it is also good to know what's in your security, as he does utilize a couple different security bombs. But
Yeah.
double mat coming from Prim,
Yeah. Uh-oh. This
very
game.
insane in
And he
terms
has
of
the bond
momentum.
in hand, too. Oh, my. Oh, my, chat. Okay, so he will get the... I forget what this guy does. He texts something? Oh, no. X antibody source?
The X antibody
What can...
source is just a good for Fortitude decks.
Can you... Oh, because they can't strip the sources. Oh, wait. I forgot X antibody does that. Into an
Well, you can't
analog, you
strip
off
it.
security.
Like it can't be stripped, so you'll always get the Fortitude effect. The Eliamon can Digivolve when attacking,
Yeah.
and he
I
does,
forgot
as
it
we
gave
saw.
strip protection.
So both players just trying to be as aggressive as possible.
Prim going to 3. Giving him 1 was good because he knew he was going to get so much value off of those mats. Checking the analog ETH to give the extra pressure. And he will just go into the Gabumon straight away. Probably the correct play here. He's going to get so much pressure on the board. Again, Kelvin has nothing in raising. So it's going to just become a blank board state. But Kelvin will have nothing on board, whereas Michael will have
The
the Tamers.
merciful mode saving him.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that merciful mode was big. And
Was
Michael did get
huge.
rid of 2 of his security to do this.
Yep. So
We
it
still
is
have a
still a
game here,
pretty
people.
even match.
Yeah.
Oh man, going down the 2
Terrier.
security really hurts.
Right, but if he can check if he has another Gabu Bond, then he's still looking in a very good board state here. He does have the Ice Wall in hand, just in case. Does not look like he had a Gabu Bond in there, but I might have missed it.
And that's why checking the security with the Liamon was pretty huge, because it let him see that he had a 15k bomb in there, so he wasn't as scared of
Right.
the punchback from the bond of friendship.
Such a great game here. I'm very glad we got to feature this round. He's really thinking about what he has to play here. He knows if Michael has a Gabu Bond, the next turn could be very consequential. So he's gonna have to play this super, super safe. It looks like he has a Grap Leo in hand with a 4 there, but he might not have enough memory to go into it. He'll hard slam the
He's
Grap
just
Leo.
slamming it. Well, it does answer the Gabumon, so it does push him out of lethal, unless Prim has a hybrid or some other shenanigans. But with this much memory, it's still rough.
And let's see if he has the Gabu Bond. I think unless he drew it off these 2 cards, he does not have it, if I'm correct. But he still has 7 memory to work with and a Davis in hand that he drew, I believe. Oh, that was a Gabumon, not a Davis. Sorry. He has double hybrid, though.
He does have jamming. He is on the Bukamon egg.
Okay. Checks the Mega Gargo, so we know there's 1 less copy in the deck. He'll memory boost, freezing the Grap Leomon, which will stop the heavy Leomon from doing its things. We'll go Matt into the Lanamon, I believe her name is, allowing her to tuck something. He drew the Gabu Bond. Yeah,
he will be able
that's
to
tough.
tuck to get jamming.
Yep. Final Zubagon
check.
Punch adds to hand. Let's see what
Which
he does
is
now.
huge for Kelvin, because it looks like he has the heavy Leo in hand already.
However, the Graplio is frozen.
That's true.
From the
That's
memory boost. He does have a Terrier in raising, so he goes to 1. Not too much he can do with 1, unfortunately. Does Graplio goes piercing, not blocker, correct?
Let me double check so that I don't say the wrong thing.
If it gives blocker, Heavy Leo could still be the right. It gives piercing? Okay.
It gives piercing. Heavy Leo might have blocker naturally. No,
it does not. Imagine if it did. Oh my gosh. Fortitude, blocker, Digivolve, blow up a body, bounce a body, unsuspend. Incredible. So Kelvin's really thinking of what to do here. He's gonna swing with the Terrier into a Gabu to trade, if that is correct. He'll blast Digivolve here in response, trashing these sources of Terrier and removing it. Does it
Oh, I
delete or
think
does
I
it
would have
bounce?
still. It bounces. I think I would
Yeah.
have. I don't know. I would have gotten rid of the 5 here because there
Yeah,
are
because you can go to
things that can be
heavy. And you can de-Digivolve now for the memory back.
keep turned. Now if Kelvin has a Quartzmon in hand,
Ooh, a Quartzmon would be really. Does it not remove a body as well? It does. Okay. A Quartzmon here would be really big. Getting rid of the jamming Bukamon, that makes sense. He knows he has big bodies in his deck. Because he's getting rid of the jamming Bukamon, that leads me to believe there may be another big security bomb in his security.
now
To final
Zubagon.
Zubagon Punch. This card's frozen. Oh, but it gives blocker if I until the end of his turn.
Yeah, so he'll gain the
Yeah.
blocker until the end of turn.
And it's a 16k blocker. So I do believe that is bigger than
And a reboot. Not that he
Bond.
needed it here.
Not yeah. Bond is only 14. Is that correct? I believe
Correct.
so.
So this is going to be
Yeah.
a 16k blocker. It protects him for the turn, and then if you do manage to delete it, it comes back.
He'll pop the boost, going to 4. He does have the secret rare Gabumon, not Gabumon, excuse me, Metal Garurumon. Does it? I'm not familiar with this card too much. What is it? Can you remind what it does?
I believe it freezes on Digivolve.
Okay. Checking 2, and then going for game. What a great game.
Yeah, honestly, that was a very exciting game.